Over the past few years, the restaurant industry, much like college students, has been forced to adapt. Because of COVID, typically new policies were adopted in restaurants that made them faster and more efficient, but because of demand, they've also become more expensive.
Traditional sit-in dining, that the demand fell through the floor on that. Suddenly we weren't going to these restaurants. So they probably saw an increase in customers that they could not have expected. You had people who were going to Sonic's and McDonald's simply because it was drive-through, simply because the person-to-person contact was just so limited.
However, we've seen prices rise year after year, even before COVID. So are we just seeing instances of inflation?
So when I teach economics, when I talk about inflation, the idea that comes to me is the dollar not having value. That's not what we're seeing. The dollar has exactly as much value as it has ever had. It's just that we've had an increase in prices because there have been these supply disruptions.
But there's no disrupting a hungry college kid's stomach. With the amount of fast food they consume, how does this directly affect them?
You can almost think of college students as like fixed income folks. It's the same concern we have with the elderly, is when there's price increases happening and you have a fixed income, you don't have a way to accommodate that through earning more. If you're a person who got a pay raise, then you're buffered from this. But if you're someone who's living strictly on student loans or a fixed kind of stipend, this is hurting you.
So maybe relieve that pain in your pocket for the time being. After all, things could turn around soon.
Fed doesn't expect it to last very long, is one answer. The jokey answer is that anytime you're forecasting, you either give a date or a number, but never both, right? Because then you can guarantee that you're going to be correct. I don't think that we see price increases keep going up and up and up and then falling themselves. I don't think we have this self-fulfilling, spiraling inflation.
From Edmond, with U Central News, I'm Garrett Holsworth.